With regards to the state of our state-owned entities, right? We have seen what happened last year at Transnet. Now recently we've got Eskom and another department which I can't remember at the moment now. But we've got the state-owned entities not in a good position where the CEOs are leaving SAA. How important is it for you to make sure that the post office works? Because so many people rely on social grants. And where do you see state-owned entities at the moment?
I see state entities having been evolving from what they used to be in the past, where they were servicing just a small group of people, and suddenly their mandate had to expand. And in the expansion of the mandate, possibly what we didn't do very well was, who do we put in there to take responsibility of those state entities? One. Two, I also don't think we should be so harsh on ourselves to a point of distraction. We must say, we've made mistakes along the line. How do we improve those mistakes? Because I think that South Africans collectively have got the capacity. What I think is also a challenge is when things are being seen to be, it's only a government thing. State entities cannot be just the responsibility of government alone. I hear some other people are saying, no, we should sell these things, we should privatize, and oh no, it's the ANC that has come with his socialist approach to everything. No, we're not in a socialist country. There's a communist party that is working towards socialism, and that's correct, it's right for them to do so. But the bottom line is that we are in a capitalist mode of production. And in a capitalist mode of production, we need to appreciate, both as government, the private sector, that if you're not going to work with each other, if you're not going to break down the trust deficit between ourselves and the private sector, if you're going to have some sections of the community wealthy and otherwise looking and saying, we're going to see how they're going to do it. It won't work like that. How it would work, it will work exactly the same thing we did prior 1994, when we came together and we said, this conflict that we have in our country is not helpful for everybody. We need to have the same mindset, because remember in prior 1994, the conversation and the dialogue was across the board of all society, of all sections of society. What is it that's stopping us now from saying, even those that have got smarter ideas, and kicking the door of government and saying, here we are, we know how it can be resolved. Instead of pointing finger and making look like, a disaster has happened. Disaster hasn't happened in South Africa. Challenges have happened in South Africa, and I personally believe in the capacity of all South Africans doing what they did in 1994, doing it right now, 25 years, because now we've got an opportunity. 25 years down the line, what is it that we did? We've got another 25 years in front of us. Do we want the next 25 years to be 25 years of bickering among ourselves, or do we want 25 years that says, 25 years past, we know what we've done very well, we know what we haven't done well, we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. Can we kill the ugly and the bad and focus on what's good for our country for the future?
Just some clarity. So do you believe strong leaders will be needed to make sure that those SOEs actually survive?
We need not just strong leaders. We need people with strategic minds. We need people with strategic planning. We need people to focus on the plans that they put together, focus on implementing those plans. But we also need people who will be realistic about the situation. Because if you talk about SAA and you see all the things that have happened in SAA, sometimes people forget about the fact that 25 years ago, SAA was for who? 25 years down the line, everybody who has the capacity of getting onto SAA and going anywhere is possible. We also need to be appreciative of the fact that somewhere along the line in the management and the planning of that SAA, people have been saying there's too much staff, there's too much freebies, there's too much of that, there's too much employment. We need the employment. You must also think, fine, you're going to reduce, you're going to cut, where do you take those people that you are cutting? Don't forget that when you say you're cutting people that have to go to their homes and bread on the table. So there's got to be a holistic plan that will pull this up. Finally, when it comes to SAA, my view is also that it's easier for us to compare SAA with other airlines. But are we looking at how those other airlines got to where they were? I see people are saying, oh, Ethiopian Airlines is this and Kenyan Airways is this and that. They didn't have apartheid. They didn't have systems that cut out other people. They've been there since their independence, which is more than 50 years ago. We are new babies coming in. We need to learn from them.
So we should definitely not back out now, and we must continue to invest in SAA. Is that what you're saying? It's worth investing.
We must invest in SAA, but we must also look at this investment we're talking about is what? Investment is not only just about taking money from the fiscus only and putting it there. Investment has got a variety of approaches. There might be other people who might want to invest. There might be other companies that have got bigger pockets who can see the potential for SA. We just need to be open to the opportunities that can present ourselves. But we must also be very strategic because this is our national carrier. I hear some people saying, oh, this government is just being sentimental about the flag. No country is sentimental about its flag. Every country has got pride of its flag. Obviously, the cost is very important. But I think in today's world, it's possible for us to be dynamic in our approach and look at different options rather than just looking at one option.
Thank you so much, Minister. I really appreciate it.